EXCL Artist Sports are here with the one and only Robert Garcia here at your gym, man. Thank you so much for having us today. Really, really appreciate it. Let's get into the weekend, brother. Super successful weekend for yourself. Let's talk about Friday. Good ass fight, man, with Jose Ramirez in a war with Orozco. Obviously, just had a little bit more than Orozco, knocked him down. It was just tough. It was just a good ass fight. I'll tell you right now, all the media members in Vegas, we're all in our hotel rooms watching that fight on Friday night. So tell us about that. Tell us about that victory.
Okay, well, it was a great fight for TV, for the fans there. You know, the 11,000 or so that were there. They enjoyed a great fight, and obviously millions of people that watched it on TV. They enjoyed one of the best fights of the year. You know, there's been other great fights, so I can't say the best, but it is definitely one of the best. Antonio Orozco came to fight, man. He came in great shape. You know, everybody was worried about him making weight or him being ready for a title opportunity. He came in the best shape of his life, and knowing that he was fighting for the world title, I'm sure he trained like never before.
No, it was an excellent fight, man. I also saw, I think, when Ramirez dropped him, I think the first time, I saw Bob and EXCL, Lomachenko's manager, all real, kind of excited. Obviously, they're excited for their guy, but the fact that Egas was excited kind of got me thinking, why would Egas be excited about that? And then, obviously, Egas has Lomachenko. Lomachenko's name kind of floats around this gym a lot, I feel. Do you feel that's kind of next for Jose Ramirez, or are we... I don't know what could be next for him.
Look, I really don't think Lomachenko has even been mentioned with Jose. I'm not saying it's not possible, but if I'm not mistaken, Lomachenko and EXCL have mentioned that Lomachenko 140 maybe is not possible. That 135 is probably the most he could go up. I think if I didn't even realize that or notice that Egas was excited. Mm-hmm. I think it was maybe because of me. Maybe we have a really good relationship. I used to train all of his fighters, and now he took over my gym, and we're still very close. I still support all of his fighters, and he supports mine. Every time we see each other, we talk very good. So it was probably more being happy for me than anything else. I don't think it was because of the Lomachenko. I think as of right now, I haven't heard anything about Lomachenko moving up to 140 for a fight against Jose. So more likely it was he's probably happy for me, just like I am for him when his fighters are winning and being successful.
I was more, I guess, my media mind kind of being like, where's this going, But speaking of Lomachenko, since the Canelo Triple G, which we'll get into that as well, but I believe Ring Magazine has him ranked #1 now. I heard something about that he's fighting Pedraza next in December. That seems to be the latest with that. And I did hear a quote. I read a quote. I don't know if it was directly from him or his team or whatever, but I did hear a quote, something about that. Basically, after this fight, then now he's kind of looking at Mikey in 2019. Have you heard anything about that? Is that something kind of along the plans that you guys have? Is possibly, do you see 2019 being the year that these two guys get together?
Look, Lomachenko is one of the best fighters pound for pound, and you said it, some people have him as ranked #1 pound for pound. That might be the case. He is a very talented fighter. He is a hell of a fighter. He fights. You see, what we enjoy when we watch Lomachenko fighting is that we see something different. We don't see a fighter that just goes toe to toe and lands a good body shot and wins, or good combinations. It's everything. His combinations, his footwork, his mentality, the way he performs is just something we've probably never seen before. So that's why we enjoy his fights. But as of him fighting Mikey, we've talked. Bob Arum has mentioned it to me. With everybody at Top Rank, we've talked about it. But I think it's a fight that definitely needs to happen, and I think it will happen. I would love to have that fight next year, but with the politics and the different promotions or management teams or whatever, TV networks, whatever it is, there might be that might be the reason that it holds it back. I think eventually the fight will happen. Hopefully it is next year. But if not, maybe 1 year from now, 2 years from now, we'll see it. And when we do, people are going to enjoy maybe the best fight in many years, or at least the fight that people want to see, the people that are asking for. And that's why I think it needs to happen. It should happen because that's what the fans are going to want to see. And a year from now, a year and a half from now, I think that's the fight that everybody's going to want to see, and we're going to need to make it happen.
No, definitely, man. It's definitely a fight that fight fans are going to want to see, and I agree. I think give it some time, and it's definitely the fight that everyone's going to be talking about for sure, which it needs to be. Exactly. Speaking about Mikey, we saw him at the fight, at the Canelo fight. He was enjoying the fights. Obviously, the name that keeps rolling around is Spence. Is there anything new with that? Last time we saw Spence, he was on TV with Porter, kind of calling out Porter. What's the latest? What could you tell us? What's going on?
Look, I don't know if Spence, realized who he was calling out. He seemed a little drunk to me. I don't know if to everybody else. So he probably went in there thinking it was Mikey. I don't know. I'm just kidding. Just kidding, But nah, you know what? Myself, my dad, that's the fight that we're still trying to avoid for right now. There's other possibilities for Mikey, and we sit down and talk about it, and we think what's best right now for Mikey. And obviously it's not Spence, but it's not Mikey around us. When we get to talk to Mikey, Mikey tells us that's the fight he wants, and he says if it's available and if it's there, I'm gonna take it. So it's not like Mikey says that's who I'm gonna fight. He says if the fight's available and we're able to work something out, because see, Mikey's very smart when it comes to business, and if it's not worth it for him, then he's not going to take it either. It's got to be worth it, and he's going to do it, and we're going to support him, man, and we're going to train him to try to go out there and win it. But as of right now, that's probably not my first option.
So I guess we'll see where the cards fall on that one. But looking forward to hearing some news, man, because regardless, we want to see Mikey in the ring for sure.